Hey Falcons fans! After the last matchup, there have been a lot of rumors about changes to the team, so let's take a closer look. But first, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay informed. Now, let's talk about Atlanta's major quarterback shakeup and what it means for the team going forward. It's official. Raheem Morris and the Falcons have decided to bench veteran quarterback Kirk Cousins in favor of rookie Michael Penix Jr. The move, announced shortly after the Falcons' hard-fought 15-9 win over the Raiders, has fans excited, and not necessarily in a good way. The decision to pull Cousins, once the centerpiece of this offense, comes after weeks of subpar performances, turnovers, and growing frustration among the fan base. When asked about the decision, Morris called it a collaborative idea and emphasized that everyone from the coaching staff to team owner Arthur Blank was involved. He explained that while Blank plays a primarily support role, important personnel decisions like this naturally involve discussions at all levels of the organization. However, Morris' comments left many fans scratching their heads. Is this truly a team decision, or is it a way for Morris to spread the responsibility in case the Penix gamble doesn't work out? Reaction to Morris' explanation has been mixed. Some fans and analysts argue that a head coach should always make these decisions directly, as we've seen with other NFL leaders like Mike Tomlin or Shane Steichen. Whether or not that's true, these coaches give their fan bases a sense of control and agency, something Morris' remarks failed to deliver. Instead, his response seemed to hedge his bets, leaving many wondering about the true dynamics within Atlanta's front office. Now, let's talk about Kirk Cousins. The veteran quarterback, who was brought in with high expectations, started the season strong. In October, he was red-hot, throwing for over 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns with a passer rating of 109. He even earned NFC Offensive Player of the Week honors after a 4-touchdown performance against the Buccaneers. But in recent weeks, Cousins' play has nosedived. He's thrown 9 interceptions in the Falcons' last 5 games and leads the league with 16 picks on the season. Those numbers, combined with a growing turnover problem, 13 fumbles, albeit only 2 lost, ultimately sealed his fate. Cousins addressed the media after the news broke, taking accountability for his struggles. There's a standard that I have for myself, that the team has for me. Unfortunately, I wasn't playing up to that standard consistently enough, he admitted. He also acknowledged that turnovers were the biggest issue, saying, "That's such a key thing in winning and losing in the NFL." Despite being benched, Cousins remains professional and supportive. He reached out to Penix the night he was informed of the decision, emphasizing their close working relationship and his commitment to helping the rookie succeed. Cousins is now in a backup role for the first time since 2014, but he's ready to step in if needed and wants to do whatever he can to help the Falcons secure a playoff spot. So, what does this mean for Michael Penix Jr. and the team's playoff hopes? The rookie quarterback, who was taken in the first round of this year's draft, now has the weight of the Falcons' postseason aspirations on his shoulders. Penix has shown flashes of brilliance in practice and limited game action, but this is a whole new level of pressure. The Falcons are currently 7-7 and just 1 game behind the Buccaneers in the NFC South standings. Winning out could clinch the division, but it all starts with how Penix performs in these final 3 games. For Morris, this decision could define his tenure as head coach. If Penix thrives and the Falcons make the playoffs, Morris will be praised for having the guts to make a bold move. But if the rookie struggles and Atlanta falls short, the blame will inevitably fall on the coaching staff, and Morris may find himself on the hot seat. Falcons fans, we want to hear from you. Was this the right call? Should the team have stuck with Cousins despite his recent struggles, or is now the perfect time to see what Penix can do? Do you agree with how Morris handled the announcement, or do you think he should have taken full ownership of the decision? After a string of underwhelming performances, Coach Raheem Morris has decided to put rookie Michael Penix Jr. under center. This marks a significant shift in the Falcons' quarterback situation, and while the move is focused on the team's playoff ambitions, it has left many wondering what's next for Cousins. Could this be the end of his time in Atlanta? And, more importantly, could we see him suit up for another team next season? The Tennessee Titans, for example, might just be the perfect landing spot. Let's break it all down. Cousins, who signed a 4-year, $160 million deal with the Falcons this past offseason, has had a roller coaster season. He started strong, with some stellar games early on, but his production has taken a steep dive. With just one touchdown pass in his last 5 starts and a league-leading 16 interceptions, it's easy to see why the Falcons are looking for a change. However, let's not forget his track record. Cousins has been to the playoffs and, when he's in his game, is among the league's most efficient passers. That's what makes the idea of him landing in Tennessee so intriguing. The Titans have their own quarterback issues. Will Levis, despite being touted as a future franchise quarterback, hasn't delivered the results expected of him. With just 5 wins and 20 starts, it's clear that Levis isn't ready to shoulder the franchise's aspirations. Bringing in a veteran like Cousins could provide the experience and stability the Titans need while giving Levis more time to develop. Cousins' ability to mentor younger quarterbacks while still performing at a high level makes him a strong candidate for Tennessee or any team looking for a reliable veteran presence. But Tennessee isn't the only potential destination for Cousins. The Cleveland Browns, Indianapolis Colts, and New Orleans Saints are all in situations where a quarterback like Cousins could make an immediate impact. Let's explore these possibilities. In Cleveland, Deshaun Watson hasn't been the answer fans hoped for, and head coach Kevin Stefanski has a history with Cousins from their time in Minnesota. A reunion could benefit both sides, especially with Cleveland's solid defense and offensive weapons ready to make a playoff push. The Browns are arguably just a quarterback away from being a serious contender, and Cousins could fill that role perfectly. Then there's Indianapolis. The Colts have a young quarterback in Anthony Richardson, but his rookie season has been inconsistent. Bringing in Cousins as a bridge quarterback could allow Richardson more time to learn while keeping the Colts competitive. With a solid roster that includes Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman Jr., Cousins could thrive in Indy while helping the team transition into its next era. Finally, the New Orleans Saints could be an interesting fit. Derek Carr's injury struggles have left the Saints in a tough spot, and they may need a veteran to hold the fort while they groom a new franchise quarterback. Cousins could step into that role seamlessly, utilizing offensive weapons like Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave to reinvigorate his career for at least one more season. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is all speculation for now. However, it's clear that Kirk Cousins still has something to offer in the NFL, even if his time in Atlanta might be coming to an end. What do you think, Falcons fans? Should the team stick with Cousins as a backup, or is it time to cut ties and let him pursue a fresh start elsewhere? And Titans fans, how would you feel about Cousins potentially coming to Tennessee? Would he be the missing piece for your team? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Before you go, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. It really helps the channel grow and keeps us bringing you more exclusive content. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our community of passionate fans. Let's keep the conversation going, and I'll see you all in the next video. Rise up, Falcons Nation!